Gonna about this. Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Leather Pros. They sent me a message wondering if I could make a video or a post. They're having some kind of a promotion. I believe it's 10%, 15% discount. Is it their best discount? From what I've been following them, I don't think it's the best discount, but hey, it's a discount nonetheless. If you're currently buying a Harley Davidson and you're wondering about improved cargo space, or probably the best cargo space as far as the value and the capacity, the Leather Pros is the top quality, the best in my opinion. I've owned Viking saddlebags. I've owned the knockoffs, China. You guys see my Sportster. I have the universal hard saddlebags on those. I've owned them all the options, Vikings, Leather Pros, the universal. So I've had $100 saddlebags. I've had $200 saddlebags, $400 saddlebags, Viking, and now I have the Leather Pros. Of course, these are like $700. I think with the recent price increases and inflation and all that good stuff. But anyways, it's been 4 years, so it's a 4-year review or follow-up, 4-year follow-up video on the Leather Pros. So what's going on? Like I said, they're having a discount 1st of March, so I'm going to try to get this video out today, and then of course you guys can go on their website, see if it's reasonable, the discount. Like I said, I think it's 10%, 15%. I believe it's 10%. I'll put it in the description, and you guys can do whatever you guys want. But maybe you have a Lowrider S, maybe you have a Lowrider ST. If you guys have been in the Facebook group, if you guys are in the Facebook group, you guys can see that the cargo capacity with the Sport Glide saddlebags, it's not it's not that good, right? You can barely fit in them. They're clamshell saddlebags, so they open up vertically, so you can't fill them up to the brim because they gotta close. So it's it's really quite different. I believe they look good, okay? They look good, but as far as capacity, you can't really fit anything in them, all right? And I've been saying that for the last 4 or 5 years since the Sport Glide's been in production. But anyways, 4 years. How do I maintain the saddlebags? Why do they look pretty decent? All right, I keep the bike outside. Of course, I don't have a garage. And when that's at work, I have it, of course, outside. I've been parking it somewhere specifically where I don't have to cover it up every time, but that's what I've been doing. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that when I have my bike parked outside, I tend to carry a blanket with me. All right, so I've seen some guys at work, some coworkers, they'll cover up the whole bike. I don't like doing that because I like going out for my break. I like going out for my lunch. I don't want to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes removing the cover and stuff like that. So this is what I typically do. I carry this little blanket right here. All right, this is what I do. When I park my bike, I just grab the blanket and then I cover it up like so, okay? Like that. And of course, the other saddlebag I cover up like this. I tuck this little piece of the blanket, I tuck it here. If I have both my hands, I'll be able to do it a little bit faster. But that's tucked in. Then of course, I grab the back of it. I have a little clamp in here. Where is it? Here it is. So I have this little clamp right here. I'll grab this, and I also do this at the store too as well. When I park it, when I go grocery shopping or I go to Target or whatever, if I know I'm gonna be in there for anything like an hour or so, this is what I do. All right. And people in the comments, on Instagram and on social media, they ask me, "Hey, why do you have that blanket?" You can see where it's lost all its color. Because I use it all the time, guys. And the way I see it is, I would rather have this lose the color and fade and stuff like that than, of course, the saddlebags. All right. I also use the 305 UV protectant. It's super easy to install, apply. If you guys want to, you know, use it properly, it's easy to apply it. Okay. You just you could either spray it on the saddlebag and then wipe it off, or you could spray it on a towel and then wipe it on. So it's super quick. You could do it every, 3 months, every 6 months if you wanted to. You could do it every 6 months. It's going to save your saddlebags. And that's what, one of the complaints on the Facebook group was they wanted hard shell because they don't want to deal with the fading of the saddlebags. I've seen saddlebags where they just don't care. They don't care to covering them. They don't care for covering them up. They keep the bike outside. And I've seen it. Okay, the sun sun can really damage, of course, the saddlebags. I mean, it's like anything else. You have sun damage, it's gonna fade. There's a lot of wear and tear. So if you don't use any UV protectant, if you don't use a blanket or anything like that, I would say in 4 years they're gonna look pretty bad. All right, they're gonna look pretty bad. I have a friend that also rocks the Leather Pros, and he doesn't care. He doesn't protect them. He doesn't spray them with UV protectant, nothing. He just lets them, and they're pretty much beat to crap. They look really bad, but that's his bike. Like I said, it doesn't matter if he doesn't care for them. Hey, it's $600-$700 every 5 years. If you wanted to, I guess you could buy another one. But anyways, talking about the review as far as the V3s, I've made multiple videos. Okay, like I said, they're great, they're fantastic, they're made in America. Man, it really is top quality. You have a metal plate underneath it here. You see that? That's a metal heat guard, depending on your exhaust. There's saddlebags that I'm not going to name the manufacturer, but there's saddlebags where they've actually melted, depending on the manufacturer. I'm not going to say who it is, but I've seen some where you don't have the shorty exhaust pipe like this. You don't have the shorty exhaust pipe, and the heat will melt the plastic underneath of there. So it's nice that you have this steel plate to protect your saddlebags. It's fantastic. It's great. It's made in the USA. I mean, like I said, these are the best out there for the money. They expand. You could open these up. You have a little extra pocket in here. You could extend these an additional, what is that, 4 inches? So you could easily double your carrying capacity if that's what you need. And yes, there's no locks. You can't lock these up, but you could detach them extremely easy. All right, if you've seen the videos, you guys can see you could take these off in about 5 seconds. I have them locked. All right, they're locked. You could take them off in a matter of seconds. Like I said, you could also extend them. You can see how much they faded from this to this. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. I haven't cleaned them. They're actually kind of dirty right now, but I mean, for 4 years, the bike stays outside. It's not that bad. But like I said, it really depends on how you take care of them. Like I mentioned, a friend of mine, his saddlebags are almost completely white. So you have two openings. You have a side pocket down here, which is also nice. This is where I typically carry any tools. You can see, I have my air pressure regulator, or my air pressure, my tire pressure. You can see it's wet, so they're not, weatherproof, seal proof. I mean, they're weather resistant, but they're not, of course, they're not weatherproof. I've mentioned this in previous videos. You could put your stuff in a plastic bag, seal it up, and then put them in the saddlebags. You could do that if you want to keep whatever you have in here 100% weatherproof. You could put your stuff in a plastic bag and then put it inside. So like I said, there is no locks. All right, so you have to be mindful of what you have in here. You could get a luggage lock. I mean, if you wanted to, you could get a luggage lock. But you know, these aren't you know, heavy. They're not extremely heavy proof or heavy duty. You can see, you know, somebody with the right snipping tool can break into your saddlebags. So that's why I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I leave them open all the time. Of course, I've had, because I keep the bike outside, and of course, you know, there's homeless people and stuff like that. They go through my stuff. I've had stuff stolen out of them. I've had my bike cover stolen too as well. So you can see what's in here right now. I have my gloves. Oh, I was looking for this. I have a battery pack. Like I said, it's been raining the last couple days. I can feel that that it's wet. So I might have to let this dry for a little bit. You know, it's a little, there's a little bit of moisture in here. Okay, it's been raining nonstop. You can see there's a little bit of water in there as well. But like I said, I keep the bags open, so maybe if they were sealed, it'd probably, you know, hold up a little bit better. But you have, of course, they expand. You have, you know, you have two pockets. They remove the detach mechanism is best. You know, there's a patent on it. So nobody else can use their detached system, and it's super low profile. This is what I keep on mentioning as far as, you know, the gap between the saddlebag and the, you know, the rear fender. Look at this, it's super tight. I love it. All right, it doesn't look all crazy. There's not like a 3-inch gap here where it looks absolutely hideous. No, it's super clean. Look it. All right, absolutely fantastic. I have, you know, some extra stuff in here. I'm off today, so I'm not working. I spilled my water here the other day, but what else do I have in here? Some tools, some high vis stuff, of course, because you know, I ride at night after work. What do I have in this one? I don't think I have anything in this one right now. Oh, I have a mic, but yeah, this isn't wet right there. And like I mentioned, it's a super quick detach. All right, you can see the color fade a little bit between here and here. All right, but like I said, I take care of the saddlebags. All right, you have a little handle, as you can see, so you can carry your luggage. If you're, you know, going long range and you need to detach them, you can. That heat guard plate also helps keeping the bag upright, so it sits flat, depending on what you have in there, of course. But you know what? The saddlebags look good on the bike, and like I mentioned, you have probably double the capacity of a Sport Glide saddlebag. You guys can let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Like I said, I've had them all. I've had all the saddlebags available. These are by far the best I've ever had, and you know, made in the USA, and for the price, the $700, they're well worth the money. I've been saying that forever. They're well worth the you know, the extra $300 for the detachable system that they have with the V3s. And you know, the quality and the overall looks, you know, it really depends on the style preference that you're going for. There's some, you know, there's some good options out there currently, you know, with some other hard bags, but the capacity, like I said, you can't really beat it. And like I mentioned, a lot of the folks on the Facebook group have been swapping out their Sport Glide saddlebags for these Leather Pros, because it really is, I mean, it really is, you know, top quality. And yes, you have Overwatch, you have Harley, you know, options out there, but you know, for those other options, you have to relocate, you know, your turn signals. You got to do some stuff. You have to do that with this too, of course. You have to relocate your turn signals depending on the bike. You know, if you have a regular Softail with the bullet style turn signals on the struts, you have to relocate them. But Leather Pros, they also have two different options. You have the easy mounts, which is, it's a different shape. They have the cutouts for the turn signals, and you can fit your stock exhaust. So if you're someone that wants to keep your stock exhaust, or you're someone that has slip-ons, you have your 2x2 You could get the easy mount. You also have the retro minis, which fit a little bit in front of the turn signals. I believe you don't have to relocate your turn signals on those as well, because they're a lot smaller than this. So you have the retro minis, but honestly, I would 100% recommend relocating your turn signals and going with this option. It's just me. I think they look a little bit sharper. I think it looks better, just being a lot closer with the gap of the fender and the saddlebag. And you guys can see I have alloy art turn signals, strut turn signals. So hey, just giving you guys a follow-up review. The quality, made in America, the value, and the detach. I think the detach system is it's 100% worth the extras, $600-700, and the bike still looks fantastic. You only have these little studs sticking out where you mount the actual saddlebag. That's it. All right, they don't shake, they don't rattle. Look I'm moving the whole bike. No rattle. They don't rattle, they don't shake. There's, like I said, with my universal hard bags, I don't know if it's the Sportster or it's just the way the whole bike, but I can see my saddlebag shaking and vibrating while I'm riding. Do they make noise? A little bit, because of the sealing gasket on them has fallen out, so they do make a little bit of a noise. These don't make any rattle, any noise, any nothing. All right, these things are silent, well built, like I said, made in the USA. So if you guys are wondering, you guys are trying to get some of these, you either wait for a really good discount or take advantage of the what was it, 10%, 15%. So there it is. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.